Welcome to my arbitrary world, everyone. Well, Gothitelle and Reuniclus are two Psychic-type Pokemon that was introduced back in Gen 5 in Pokemon Black and White, and they are actually counterparts of each other. Even though I always find myself liking Reuniclus' design a lot more than Gothitelle, because
He's so fluffy, I'm gonna die!
I found myself using Gothitelle in competitive Pokemon more than Reuniclus. But, well, let's not talk about competitive Pokemon here because I'm not even good at it. But anyway, with Pokemon Legends Arceus coming out, I was thinking why not just draw Hisuian forms of these two Pokemon because I always grew to love them since Gen 5. So with that thought put into action, I made Hisuian forms of Gothitelle and Reuniclus. Now let's get into the designs. So this is my design of Hisuian Gothitelle. Well, from the beginning you can see that it is totally inspired by the Iron Maiden. Well, not the metal band, but the Iron Maiden as the torture machine in the old ancient time. Yeah. And also, pardon my pronunciation, it was also inspired by the Kokeshi wooden dolls, and I gave Gothitelle a peachy colors because Kokeshi wooden dolls usually have really bright color, kind of wooden color, and also that color kind of represent like the copperish color from the Iron Maiden as well, so it's the best of both worlds. And for its shiny form, I gave it a little bluish, greenish kind of color because I just wanted it to look a little bit like the Statue of Liberty. Yeah, that's it. So let's move on to the typing and the abilities. Gothitelle, the Astral Body Pokemon, Ghost and Steel type. So Hisuian Gothitelle would have 3 abilities to correspond with its Unnovan counterpart. So these abilities include Intimidate, Iron Barbs, and the hidden ability of Full Metal Body. As I said in the previous videos, I try to put some legendary kind of abilities onto normal Pokemon because I think they pretty much deserve it as well. So I put Full Metal Body on Gothitelle. And here is the Pokedex entry. Gothitelle's thorn-filled body is said to be able to trap any unfortunate souls and crush them into energy that feeds its body. Yeah, it's another ghost type, so that means another creepy Pokedex entry, and I've been waiting to do this for a long time, so yes. And now let's get into Reuniclus' design. So this is my Reuniclus design. So the design looks pretty similar to how the original one would look, but there are some different features like the tail, or like the sting, or like the pyramid on its head, and like the goggles. Well, the pyramid and the goggles are basically inspired by the virus head because this design is solely inspired by the virus infection and the belief that ancient time may not have great treatment so that the virus can spread easily and the body may get some damages, like how Reuniclus like multiply itself differently and became like kind of deformed by the infection of the virus. But as a disclaimer, I did not make this out of like the pandemic that the world is going through because that is just too inconsiderate. I just did this because of my background as a healthcare student back then, because I'm no longer a healthcare student anymore. But anyway, I just want to say that because I just don't want anyone to throw any stone on the design because I spent my time on it. And here's a shiny. Well, I mean, it doesn't really have any backstory about it. I just played with the color a little bit. So yeah, this is a shiny. Now let's get into the typing and the abilities. Reuniclus, the multiplying Pokemon, Poison and Dark type. For Hisuian Reuniclus, I chose 3 abilities that are Gooey, Corrosion, and Regenerator as hidden ability. Regenerator is also hidden ability of its Unnovan self, and I think it works pretty well for a Cell Pokemon, so I just kept Regenerator for itself. And for Gooey and Corrosion, because it has like mucus or toxic substances covering its body, so I think gooey and corrosion totally makes sense. Let's get into the Pokedex entry now. Despite its bubbly appearance, a touch on Reuniclus's body can make the toughest piece of metal melt. Many early scientists who would like to study this species had to use wheezing to neutralize Reuniclus's toxic. Alright, so that's the end of the video. Well, even though I only plan on giving Reuniclus and Gothitelle the Hisuian forms, now I consider giving the pre-evolution Hisuian forms as well, because I don't think it would make sense for the final forms to get the Hisuian forms, because that doesn't really connect with the psychic type pre-evolutions. So I'm not sure, but what do you guys think? Do you guys want to see the Hisuian forms of Gothita, Gothorita, as well as Solosis and Duocean? But anyway, if you want to see, leave a comment. But if not, then let me know what you guys want to see next. And with that, I will see you again back in my arbitrary world. Bye!